Hi book lovers! My hair looks really bad today because I haven't showered, shh, don't tell, and I'm really tired, but I'm gonna make a video anyway because of the wonderful things she does. No. Because I'm really behind, actually, that's why. That is why. So today, we are gonna do something, wrap-ups. We are going to do 2 wrap-ups because I missed June because, long explanation, but I was sick and there was school, and if you watch all my videos, then you will know this already. But I'm back now, and honestly, also because of school and finishing up school, I didn't actually read a lot of books in June or July, but we're doing them both now anyway, so let's get started. So let's start with June. I read 4.5 books in June. In my May wrap-up, I said I was in the middle of Invisibility and I hadn't finished it, so I finished this in June. It was really, really good. And then I read Golden by Jessie Kirby, which I did a review of, I believe. Did I? I think I did. I don't remember. So whatever, I'm not gonna link it. If you want it, you can look and see if I did. Maybe I did. Yeah, but I did really, really like that book. And then I read The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen because Sarah Dessen is amazing. I love her. She's my favoriteest author of YA of ever. Oldest favorite. Because currently, I mean, there's a lot of people that I've grown to love, maybe possibly more, but she just always has a special place in my heart because she's really the first person that, like, really got me into YA and got me writing YA, so that's just, like, good, right? Right. Anyway, yeah. And then I read Perfect Escape by Jennifer Brown. I'm almost positive I did a review of this one. I did, didn't I? I did. I don't know. Anyway, I really, really, really like this, too. Sorry I'm not really, like, giving you, like, explanations of what they are, but see, I've talked about all these books before in, like, hauls and probably explained them and for other stuff, and so it's too much, and we're gonna make this a quick video. Quick. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, so I should stop babbling. Okay. And finally, I read Just One Day by Gayle Forman. This is really, really good, and I can't wait for the companion novel sequel. She's calling it a companion novel, isn't she? No? Shut up, Tammy. Shut up. Anyway, next book called Just One Year that comes out in the fall? October, I think? There's a lot of books coming out in October, I think. I don't know. This is going to be a good fall. Good fall. Okay. That's all. I read those books. Those 4.5 books. I hope I counted right, because otherwise I'll sound even weirder than I do. So that was it for reading. But June was also, like, when I finished my semester, for school, and I had, like, a little break before I actually had to go back to school and graduate, so I wanted to, like, my brain, it needed a break, and I wanted to just veg out and watch some movies and TV, because I didn't get to do that enough for, like, the whole 2 years that I was in school, so I did that. I watched Teen Wolf. I watched seasons 1 and 2. This is on MTV, and they're in season 3 right now. I have to catch up, but I actually just watched it on MTV.com. The episodes are free, and my brother actually told me, like, when this show first came out that I needed to watch it, and I didn't listen because it was on MTV, and I'm not an MTV fan at all, but yeah, it's sort of a guilty pleasure show because, I mean, I watched a lot of teen shows and a lot of stuff that people probably don't think I should watch because I'm kind of an adult. Kind of, technically an adult, but I might not act like one, but I mean, I watched, like, the CW and an ABC Family, but it's okay, but I figured, but, like, MTV, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about, like, the fact that I enjoy this show so much, but I do, so there's that. Yep. And then, at the very end of June, a new mini-series started on CBS called Under the Dome. I think I've talked about this before. It's based on the Stephen King novel Under the Dome, and it's an 8-episode mini-series. I think that's what it's going to be, which is cool. I was disappointed at first because I thought it was, like, a whole TV show, and then I realized it wasn't. But you know what? That's cool because they're actually going to, like, finish the story, right? Like, you don't have to worry about it getting canceled. I mean, I don't think. With a miniseries, it should be all good to go, right? I don't know. Or you don't have to worry about them, like, running out of material from the book and trying to expand on it and make it last longer and making it just bad. So, it's gonna be good. And, so far, it's really good. It's been, I think it started the last week in June, so there's been, like, 5 episodes. That means it's like almost over. That's sad. Well, anyway, it's really, really awesome, and I'm sure I've talked about it before, but I'm just going to say really quickly. It's about this town in Maine that gets cut off from the rest of the world by this, like, literal, like, dome that comes down on their town, and nothing can get in and out, and so, obviously, they're worried about, like, running out of, like, supplies and stuff, but also, people are crazy. That's the genius of Stephen King. It doesn't even have to be anything, like, horror, like, supernatural, like, you can just focus on the fact that people are crazy and they do bad things to each other. So basically people in this town, like, just bad guys emerge and people turn on each other, and it's horrible, but it's so fascinating. It was such a fascinating book, and the show is doing a pretty good job so far. Pretty good. There's a couple things that they changed, like one character specifically that I'm a little sad about, but it's pretty good. Yep. And then movies! I watched 2 movies. That doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, it's pretty much a lot for me because I'm not a movie person. So, I watched Hit and Run. Hit and Run, which stars Kristen Bell and her husband, right? Dax Shepard. I love Kristen Bell. She is Veronica Mars, and she's amazing. And this was like, it was just like a quick, fast-paced comedy / action-y thing, but I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, really, really. Like, I was laughing out loud the whole time, and I was just totally into it. And then, one of my friends suggested this when we both realized that we both watch Teen Wolf, and I said that my favorite character is not the main character, but his best friend. He has this, like, nerdy best friend, and he's so cute, and I love him. I always fall for the nerdy best friends. So I was saying I liked that guy, and my friend told me that he starred in a movie called The First Time with Britt Robertson. Grr, did you hear that? That was my phone texting. Maybe you didn't hear that. Maybe I should have not pointed it out. Anyway, so this is called The First Time. Britt Robertson, and actually I don't know what the guy from Teen Wolf's name is. Dylan O'Brien. And basically this is a romance about people losing their virginity. But, okay, for one thing, it's funny. I mean, it's so funny. But for another, it's like smart. It's so smart. It's one of those things where the characters they just talk too much, and a lot of people don't like that kind of stuff. Like Dawson's Creek, the characters just talked so much, and they were so smart, and people criticize it for, like, that's not realistic, teens aren't really like that. Well, you know what? First of all, don't shortchange teens, because they're smarter than you think. And whatever, maybe it's not entirely realistic, but it makes for a great movie. I loved the dialogue. I loved every scene in this movie was just perfect, and especially the scenes with the 2 main characters alone, by themselves. It's just perfection, and it was so good, guys. It was so good. If you are into, like, teen romance at all, it's not, like, it's very funny, but it's definitely a much more, like, serious tone. Not serious in, like, a dark, depressing way, but, like, it's real. Like, it's not just, it's not a teen comedy at all, you know? It's not like The American Pie, or that's the only teen comedy off the top of my head. I don't know. Watch this movie. Like, just watch this. If you guys are watching this channel, then that means you probably read young adult books. And so if you read young adult books, then I think you would love this movie. This could have been a really good book, but it was a perfect movie. I love it so much. So much. Alright guys, so that's it for June. I realized that I get a lot, like, closer to the screen when I get, like, excited and start talking about things. Not that close, but, you know, I start to lean in, and I'm crazy. Okay, let's move on. Moving on now. June, because June is gone. June is gone, and July is practically gone, so let's move on.